We got a cat. Meet Coco. Hello, so yes, we got a cat. We called him Coco. He's a little boy. He's going to be 3 months old very, very soon, probably by the time I post this video and introduce him to you. This has been something that we promised the kids even before we moved from Canada to France, because they've wanted to have a pet for a long time and we knew what was coming for us, and we just couldn't start this whole pet adopting process when we were still in Canada, because it would have been a very intense thing to do to move with 2 young children and a cat. So we promised them that once we move and we settle in some rental that we find, we will look into getting a kitty. And this whole process has been postponed by my having to leave the country for nearly a month. So when I came back, we started looking for a pet to adopt, and the idea was to just get a kitten. It doesn't have to be any pedigree in him or anything. We wanted a male kitten as well, purely because we've heard that female cats require expensive and painful procedures to have like a little snip, so they don't have babies when they grow up. So yeah, we wanted just for that practical reason, but also for Ollie not to be surrounded by yet another girl, because he's already got 3. So a bit of a balance there. We started looking on Le Bon Coin, which is kind of equivalent of the Canadian Kijiji site, and found Coco, who kind of was meant to be, because he's got the same birthday as the youngest, Anaïs. It was born on June 2nd this year. Obviously, we contacted whoever's phone number was listed on the site, and turns out it's a lady who's not the cat's owner, but she, I don't know if it's her job or she volunteers to facilitate this kind of situations. So if a family reaches out, she needs to make sure that he's been vaccinated for all the things and got all the treatment for fleas, I think, some other things, got all the checkup. She does the background check for the family, the couple, the individual that takes the cat in her care. He's not technically in her care, but she is responsible for facilitating this process of adoption. And Ollie's been on the phone with her for a long time when she was explaining how exactly this whole thing would happen. He was free, so we didn't have to pay anything to the owner of the kitten, but we were responsible for paying the vet bill, at least the first one. Well, from then on, it's our responsibility to pay for his vet bills. Yeah, it took a little while until we could get him, like a couple of weeks, I think. So he had a scheduled vet visit, and straight after the vet visit, we went to pick him up. He had other 4 siblings, which were all really cute, and they were all picked up on that same day, so they were all ready to go. And we had a little cage for him, like little, you know, that you transfer pets in, and he's been really good so far. He's been good on the way back home. He's been very stressed the first couple of days. He's been crying a lot, and that was really heartbreaking to see, because it seemed like he was really worried about where his family was and what was happening. So we gave him lots of love and tried to kind of leave him to adjust on his own. And then after a couple of days, he was like, that's it, this is my home. I love it here. So even though we call him Coco, he's got lots of nicknames like Cocomelon, Coconut, Kit Kat, things like that. And he's been really good. Good cat. Aren't you? We got a whole big tree for him. The lady that arranged for us to get Coco suggested that we get a tree that is at least 1.50 meters tall. And he loves it. He spends all of his time here. He sleeps up top when he's had enough of us. He plays with all of these. He's very playful. It's really nice. Oh, we saw this thing on TikTok that if you wet an old toothbrush and do that, little cats love that. Well, even big cats love that because it resembles the times when they were babies and their mummies cleaned them like that with their tongues. So cute. And that's how big he's getting. We got him when he was 2 months old. Now he's almost 3 months old. Getting big. He's been really good with the girls, so this has been something really, really lovely to see. Even though he's quite playful and he likes to attack his little toys and the girls' toys, he's been very kind with the girls and very gentle. So, you know, my little one is 4 years old, Anais, and she doesn't quite understand that we need to leave him and give him some space because he's a live animal. And she would be still like jumping in front of him or like yelling at his face, like giggling and stuff and trying to play with him. He doesn't attack her or like doesn't, you know, pounce on her, scratch her or anything. He just sits there like, that's my life now. It's okay. So he's sometimes a little bit naughty with Ollie and I, mostly with me because I'm with him all the time. But with the kids, he's been, touch wood, he's been really, really good. He loves hanging out in their bedroom, playing with their toys. He loves sitting right next to them. Not necessarily likes to cuddle with them very much, but like sits next to them and enjoys their company, which is really nice. We kept him in Ollie's office for the night for a couple of weeks because we weren't sure he would be okay on his own in like the big living room and the kitchen and not destroy everything that we carefully put together so far. Last night we left him on his own in the living room, closed the kitchen and the bathrooms, and he's done really well. He didn't even whinge by the doors crying in the morning like he did when he was locked in Ollie's office with all of his food and toilet and everything. So yeah, so far so good. Touch wood, fingers crossed. We're gonna leave him again tonight and see how he goes. Next week we're taking him for his next checkup and we're gonna get him a little snip. So yeah, because we have cats in the area here. Our neighbors have 2 cats. There are some other cats come to visit. He's not allowed outside just yet, but he will be, because we wanted to be able to let him outside. That's also one of the reasons why we wanted to get a house and not an apartment here. So we got a garden and he'll be able to go outside and do his things. We wouldn't have to scoop out the toilet many times a day. And he'll just be a member of this community of cats. So we wanted to make sure that he doesn't cause any trouble. So he's getting a little snip next week. After about 2 months from the moment we take him, when he was 2 months then, so from the age of 4 months, we will be able to let him outside for now. The first month he was really scared when we would open the door, come in and out. And now he's very curious, so we need to be very careful that he doesn't jump out and run away from us, because that would be devastating. We had one situation when we left him for the day. We went to a beach and came back home and couldn't find him anywhere, and turns out we have one window upstairs in the bathroom which is really high, and we left it open when we went away, and we were certain that that's it, he's run away from us. And we like have everything for him, took him to a vet. Like the kids have been already very attached to him by then, and I was just crying my eyes out. And then we found him upstairs. He was just like hiding, because all of a sudden it was very quiet, and then all of a sudden it was really loud when we came back home. And yeah, Ollie and I got really scared that he ran away, but no, he's safe, and he's been safe with us. This is life so far. I posted about it on my Instagram, so if you guys want to keep up with more immediate updates, follow me on Instagram. There's a lot of photos from this beautiful area in France, in Côte d'Azur. Yeah, I completely forgot, with all the traveling that we've been doing and visiting new places and me filming there, completely forgot to make a video about that. And it's quite a big thing for our family. We got a pet, so there's 5 of us now. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a big like. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you all again next time.